Hello everyone, I'm Xiao Zhu from Susan's family. Today, I'd like to share with you a Fields patchwork blanket. For this electronic tutorial, you can search for en.sussudiy.com on the website to check it out. This blanket is divided into three parts: the motifs, joining together, and bordering. First, crochet the motifs, then join the motifs together. Finally, crochet the border. For specific yarn, color schemes, and hook sizes, please refer to the paper instructions. Let's start by learning how to crochet the motifs. The motifs start with the magic ring method. Work counterclockwise outward. The stitches used include chains, slip stitches, and double crochets. It should be noted that the color combinations for each round of the motifs are random. Reserve one ball of main color yarn for bordering. For the remaining colors, you can choose based on your preference. Just ensure that each contrasting color is used evenly overall. Next, please watch my demonstration of the specific crochet method. Before we start crocheting, let's learn the proper posture for crocheting. To make it easier for you to watch, I will use cotton yarn for the demonstration. The colors are random. For specific yarn, color choices, and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instructions. First, begin with the magic ring. Pick up the yarn with your right hand and wrap it twice around your left index finger. Now there are 3 strands of yarn on your index finger. Hold the overlapping part of the loops with your right thumb and index finger. Take it out. Then wrap the yarn tail around your left pinky once. Thread it through between your left middle finger and index finger. Transfer the loop to between your left middle finger and thumb. Pick up the crochet hook with your right hand. Insert it into the loop. Position the hook to the left of the yarn. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. There is now 1 loop on the hook. Chain 1 to secure. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through. 1 chain is completed. The magic ring is now complete. Next, crochet the first round. Make 3 beginning chains. 1, 2, 3. These 3 chains count as 1 DC. Then make 1 DC. The technique for the DC is yarn over. Thread it through the starting chain. Draw the yarn through. There are now 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over. Thread through the first 2 loops. There are 2 loops left. Yarn over again. Pull through once. 1 DC is completed. Then make another DC. Yarn over. Insert. Draw the yarn through. Pull through the first 2 loops. Repeat twice. 1, 2. The second DC is completed. Take these 3 stitches as 1 leaf. Be mindful that this is the first leaf in this round. The technique is a bit special, with 1 turning chain and 2 DCS. Each subsequent leaf consists of 3 DCS. Chain 2 for transition. 1, 2. Make the second leaf in the foundation chain, which is 3 DCS. Chain 2 for transition. 1, 2. Then make the third leaf. followed by 2 chains. Continue with the 4th leaf. And finish with 2 chains. Once completed, close the center foundation chain loop. There are 2 loops. Gently pull the beginning tail of the yarn first. 1 loop is moving. Tighten the moving loop. One loop remains. Pull tight the tail. This will secure the loop. Then join with a slip stitch at the beginning chain position. Pick up the 3rd chain of the 1st leaf group. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. Pull through all loops on the hook. Slip stitch is complete. Pull tight this stitch. Secure with 1 chain. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail. Cut off. Pull tight. Weave in the cut yarn tail along the wrong side of the fabric. Trim the excess tail. In practice, weave in a few more stitches. Weave in the starting yarn tail as well. The method for weaving in the ends for each round is the same. First round is complete. You can take a look. The texture on the right side of the piece is clearer. The texture on the wrong side is less clear. When crocheting, keep the right side facing you. Move on to the 2nd round. Switch colors. Demonstrate it with random colors. Make a loose knot. Hang the yarn with your left hand. Insert into any chain space. Pull the loose knot through. Adjust the loop size. Make 3 beginning chains. Make 2 DCS in the same space. While crocheting, place the starting yarn tail over the hook. Weave it as you go. The 1st leaf is completed. Make a chain. Continue by making 2 leaves in the next chain space. The distance here is farther. Don't weave in the ends yet. Between the leaves, chain 2 as a transition. making 2 leaves in the corner chain space. Between the 2 leaves, make 2 chains as a transition. Then make another chain. Make 1 leaf in this space. Follow with 2 chains. In the same space, make another leaf. Between the adjacent leaves, make 1 chain as a transition. Repeat this process to complete the remaining leaves. There is a leaf in the first chain space. Now we just need to add 1 more. Make 3 DCS. Two chains. Find the position of the third chain of the turning chain. Pick up 2 strands. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. Pull through all the loops on the hook in one motion. Tighten the slip stitch. Chain 1 to secure. Enlarge the loop. Weave in the ends with the same way as the previous round. This is what it looks like after completing the second round. Next, work on the third round. You need to switch colors. Make a knot with the yarn. Insert into any corner space. Pull through. Make 3 beginning chains. Make 2 DCS in the same chain space. Then chain 1. Make 1 leaf in the next chain space. Chain 1. Make 2 leaves in the corner chain space. Between the leaves, chain 2. Continue with 1 chain. Make 1 leaf in the next chain space. Continue in this pattern. Join with a slip stitch to finish. Pull tight. Secure with a chain. Pull a large loop. Cut the yarn. Secure the yarn tail as before. The 3rd round is now completed. Next, work on the 4th round. The stitch pattern is the same as the previous round. There is an additional leaf at the edge. Make a slip knot. Attach the yarn at any corner position. Adjust the loops. Make 3 beginning chains. Make 2 DCS in the next chain space. And 1 chain. Make 1 leaf in the adjacent chain space. Then 1 chain. In the next chain space, make 1 leaf and 1 chain space. Make 2 leaves in the corner chain space. Between the leaves, make 2 chain spaces. Continue this pattern all the way down. Complete the remaining edges and corners. This completes the 4th round. Fasten off normally. Weave in the yarn tails. 1 motif is completed. Measure the size after completing it. The length of a single motif is approximately 8 centimeters. If there is a significant difference, adjust your tension. Recrochet it. The crochet method for other motifs is the same. However, the last round needs to be crocheted and joined as you go. This will ultimately form the entire main part. You can crochet the first 3 rounds of the motifs first. This makes it convenient for joining later. Below, I will demonstrate the connecting method using a finished product. The blanket is assembled from bottom to top. Each row is connected from right to left. The specific number of motifs and rows to connect. You can refer to the finished product. You can also adjust based on your own preference. Note here, for aesthetics, the last round of 2 adjacent motifs should not be crocheted in the same color. To make it easier for you to watch, I will demonstrate with 4 motifs. No matter how many motifs to join, the method is the same. Now, please let me demonstrate the specific joining method. This is a motif that has completed the first 3 rounds. Next, I will join it to the first motif. Following the previous method, join the yarn at any corner position. Crochet the beginning chain and 2 DCS. Then, take the first motif. Place the 2 motifs with their wrong sides facing each other. In the corresponding chain space of the first motif, make a slip stitch. Note that this slip stitch should not be tightened. None of the subsequent slip stitches need to be tightened. Only at the end, when slip stitching to the first stitch, do you need to pull tight. Next, make a leaf in the next chain space of motif 2. After completing it, make a slip stitch in the corresponding chain space of motif 1. Go back to the chain space of motif 2 and make a leaf. Then, slip stitch in the corresponding position of motif 1. This connects the edges. Here, instead of the chain intervals from the 4th round, use the corresponding position of motif 1. Slip stitch to connect the 2 motifs. Next, connect the corner position. First, make a leaf as usual. In the corresponding chain space of motif 1, make a slip stitch. Chain 1. Continue to crochet this corner. This connects the corner position. Continue crocheting to the last corner using the same method. At the last corner position, complete the leaf first. Then, slip stitch into the corresponding chain space of motif 1. Chain 1. Slip stitch once more at the starting chain position. Pull tight. Fasten off normally. Weave in the ends. This completes the connection for motif 2. Follow the same method to connect the remaining motifs in this row. The connection for the first motif in the second row is the same as motif 2 in the first row. It connects to one side and two corners of motif 1. The final corner is crocheted into the corresponding chain space of motif 1 in the first row. I won't demonstrate this part. Just follow the previous method to connect them. As you can see, this is what the first motif in the second row looks like when connected. For the second motif in the second row, you need to connect both adjacent sides to the left side and corner of the first motif in the second row, and to the side and corner of motif 2 in the first row. Now, I'll demonstrate the specific method. Following the connection method used for motif 1 and motif 2 in the first row, connect one side of this motif to the corresponding side of motif 2 in the first row. Connect this side. When you reach the corner position, make one leaf first. Then, slip stitch in the chain space of motif 2. Next, slip stitch in the chain space of the first motif in the second row. Then complete this corner. Continue connecting this side to the corresponding positions of the first motif in the second row. When you reach the corner position, slip stitch into the corresponding chain space. Chain 1. Then complete this corner. Continue making the remaining edges using the same method until you reach the last corner position. Complete the leaf at the edge corner. Slip stitch in the chain space corresponding to motif 2 in the first row. Chain 1. Next, slip stitch in beginning chain. Chain 1 to secure. Fasten off the yarn normally. Weave in the yarn tails. The joining method for the remaining motifs has already been demonstrated. Everyone, connect the rest using the same method. Up to this point, the joining of the motifs is now explained. After joining, you need to crochet the border around the blanket. Use the same color for the border. Please watch my demonstration. I will use this small sample for the demonstration. Pick up the work piece with the right side facing you. Take the main color yarn that was reserved earlier. Find any corner position on the edge of the workpiece. Attach the yarn. Make 3 beginning chains. Make 2 DCS in the same space. Chain 1 for the interval. Make a leaf in the next chain space. Then chain 1 for the interval. Make a leaf in the next chain space as well. Continue crocheting in this pattern. When you reach the spot where 2 motifs are joined, pick up the large space below the slip stitch and make a leaf. Chain 1. When you come to the connection of 2 motifs, pick up the large space below the slip stitch at the connection and make a leaf. Chain 1. Then make a leaf in each chain space. Chain 1 between the leaves. When you reach the corner of the workpiece, the crocheting method here is the same as for the motif corner. Make 2 leaves, chain 2 between the 2 leaves. Complete the remaining edges and corners using the same method. Finish with a slip stitch. Pull tight. This completes the first round. No need to cut the yarn. Return to the chain space and make 1 slip stitch. Be mindful that this slip stitch does not need to be pulled tight. Carry the yarn back to this chain space. Make 3 beginning chains. Make 2 DCS in the same chain space. Chain 1 for the interval. In the next chain space, make a leaf. Chain 1. Refer to the chart to complete this round. Finish with a slip stitch. Pull tight. This completes the second round. The following 2 rounds are worked in the same way. Start each round by making 1 slip stitch in the corner chain space to carry the yarn. Complete the remaining 2 rounds using the same method. As you can see, this is what the edging looks like when completed. Finally, tuck the yarn tail on the wrong side. Up to this point, the explanation for this blanket is done. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website, Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.